Hi, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Lacey Reichwald. I'm the board president for the Whitewater Grocery Co. And we are here to celebrate the spirit of taking matters into your own hands. And joining me today is someone in the Whitewater community who really exemplifies that spirit, Kristine Zaballos. Kristine, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, Lacey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's really nice to see you. So I'm going to launch right into it and ask you, what does it mean to you to take matters into your own hands?
Well, I was thinking about this question since I've been seeing the campaign running. And for me, it's really about not waiting for someone else to provide a solution, especially if you see something that you can do. There have been times where I've been involved in organizations where I felt frustrated because my ideas weren't heard. And I've had just a lot more success going out and trying things on my own or with other like-minded people.
Yeah.
So, and especially I'm a big believer in the pop-up concept. If you're afraid to try something, try it as a pop-up and don't be afraid to fail. And if you fail fast and move on. So there's a lot of ways to take matters into your hands. It doesn't have to be sometimes it sounds a little, violent or aggressive, and it doesn't have to be that way. It could just be a way to see an idea and put it into practice.
Yeah, excellent. I love that idea too of failing fast so that you can move on, and then it's a lesson learned rather than a failure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So can you tell me about a time that you saw a need in our community? And there are a lot of examples here, so I don't know how you could narrow it down because you are so good at this, at finding a need and meeting it. But if you could give me an example of a time that you've done that in Whitewater.
Yeah, I was over the years, we know Whitewater suffers from food insecurity because we're a fairly low income area, right? And, food insecurity doesn't just happen, between certain hours during the day. And we know that a lot of our community members work long hours, multiple jobs, right? And it always worried me that there are people who are going hungry, coming home from third shift or something and really didn't have a place to satisfy that. In the summer of 2016, this amazing woman named Jessica McClure founded the Little Free Pantry movement in Arkansas. And by founded the Little Free Pantry movement, I mean, she had the idea to take a Little Free library and turn it into a Little Free Pantry. And that became a movement. That was not her intention, which is awesome. Yeah. And it just took off. And I saw that. I saw a story about it on Facebook. And I thought, well, I could do that. There's no there's no hoop I have to jump through. There's no rule about it. I just need someone to build me a little free pantry. And then I can start putting things out there. And that was awesome. That felt like I could do this one thing. And it was really fun because other people kind of jumped on it too, like enjoyed leaving things in the Little Free Pantry for other people. And then that, also spawned other Little Free Pantries. About a year later, I saw that there was a library in West Adelaide, Australia that put one in their library. And so I called them up, which was really fun, and talked to them about it and asked them what their pain points were. And then I worked with our local library, which is fantastic leadership. The staff was so enthusiastic. And we put one in there and, had opportunity to support a couple other ones around town. So that's one where you're just do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And that Little Free Pantry, I know that you're in Seattle right now. So I don't know if you know that they've moved it outside of the library now. So that when folks are picking up books or just stopping by, they can safely grab what they need right outside of the library, just like they can outside of your house, which is so great for the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Excellent.
So tell me what it is that inspires you to take initiative.
I'm a very visual person. And so oftentimes what inspires me is that I see that solution. And once I see it, I cannot unsee it. And it's hard for me to move off of that solution. So I usually, a good example is the community space. I know you recently spoke to Kay Robers, the wonderful Kay Robers, and there was something that happened where I could see a solution. I absolutely knew Kay and Cindy were the people to lead it, and I could see that there was community. There was enough community support or like-minded people, and so that became the focus. And took the initiative because I just knew it would work. And I want to say more personally, the thing that inspires me are people who say yes. There's so many people who are, maybe instead of going that way, Kay's a great example. When I said, do you want to do something audacious in 2019? She said yes. And then she asked what it was. But people who say yes, they bring an energy and a light to things. And it can just inspire me, whether it's somebody I'm working with personally or efforts I see otherwise. And GrowCo is a great example of that. It's just a great group of people who said, yes, we can do this. And that inspires me too.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. You are an inspiration. I can't tell you how many times your name came up during the process of finding folks to do this series. You really are an inspiration in Whitewater, and I appreciate that you are someone who takes the initiative, has the vision to see a problem through to the end and sees that solution. And I'm just so grateful to know you. So thank you.
Right back at you. And I can't wait to shop in GrowCo.
Oh, I know. Me too. Me too. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today as we talk to Kristine about taking matters into her own hands. And thank you for supporting that spirit by supporting the Whitewater Grocery Co.